to bring you what is called income statement lah. But of course, I will explain in more layman terms. Income statement basically is a measure of fruits of your business efforts, right? So, there's one thing lah. If you read your financial statement correctly, right? Normally you will see like that. This wording, profit and loss for the year ended 31st December 2024, let's say, right? Of course, you have a statement of financial position, statement of comprehensive income, right? As at 31st December 2024, right? Now you can test your accountant, see how good they are. So what is the difference between these two wording? I say I want to bring you to see accountant world, right? What is the meaning of, why profit and loss must use for the year ended? Why balance sheet we use as at? Because this is for the specific period only, 1 year or 18 months. And balance sheet is what is carried forward, ongoing, right? That's the reason, right? So that's why your income statement is actually like the apple. The apple, like, or you have durian. Anyone have durian farm? You know, your Musang King or your black thorn, right? Every year can be more or can be lesser, right? It really depends how hard work you put in and whether you put in the right fertilizer. You don't put in the poison, you'll die, right? Okay, so it reset every year. That's your income statement, right? You do good this year doesn't mean you do well next year. But that's why certain business, right? You have recurring income. Certain business, right? You really have to be like a hunter. Wow, hunter means what? Really every year reset one, you know. You have to go and hunt again one, right? Yes or no? And but certain business like us, that's why I like my business, because just to make sure my client happily make sure they grow, they don't go, they go and close the business. We will grow with them together. Yes or not, Mr. Chi? That's right. But lawyer really is a hunter also. Every year they have to go and get new businesses, right? But if today you are B2C consumer, I can say you are half lah, right? Because why? You still have to run promotions, make sure your client don't go to other places, don't buy other product to substitute your product. Am I right? There's no guarantee one, you know. That's why you still have to run it. Okay? So that's why you must be clear whether your business is recurring, whether you are hunting business. Hunter use what? Spell, trap, have to always go jungle one, you know. So farmer approach and hunter approach can be the same. Cannot. But you know why sometimes cannot work? Because try to use hunter method, go become a farmer, you know. And then means what? Put on the seed, fertilizer, expect tomorrow the plant come out already. Got such thing one? Never see lah, maybe another 20 years lah, right? So you use a hunter business mindset to run your farmer business, you sure gone case one. Right? Same thing, you are a farmer you want to act like a hunter also gone case. Right? It's a different strategy actually, right? Okay, next. Now, always remember every year set zero. Whatever you do good last year is last year. This year is this year. So 2025, have you set your budget? Your target? Not yet, right? But it's a time now, right? To think about the future. Okay, next. Now, you see profit and loss? You see this thing, right? Piece of thing. Yes?
Yeah, that income statement.
It's the same. That's why I say sometimes, I don't know, all this scholar is too free lah. Profit and loss, statement of comprehensive income, income statement. It's actually the same, right? Revenue, the sales, the turnover, also the same. Right? There's just too many jargon, right? But just layman today, not accountant class. Okay, what you see? For the 9 months, right? You must see every time you check the P&L, it's for how many months? 9 months, 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months. Okay? If the period also not correct, in comparison also no meaning, right? Now, you have your sales, you have your purchases, you have your gross profit. Now, for me, very important is the gross profit. Gross profit is very important. You know why? Because this is like, if you always make 30% margin, That's what belongs to you, you know. Means, okay lah, beauty line. You know how much is the GP? 70%, at least. My client sell one massage chair, can change years already one. Sometimes I'm wondering what am I doing here actually. Might as well just go sell this massage chair, right? Beauty, F&B, 50, right? Construction, renovations, 20 to 30.
GP, right?
GP. Right? So every industry have their own benchmark one. You can never run away. Trust me, you can never run away because this is what? Economy, supply and demand. Sometimes you want to sell higher, like LV lah, LV can lah, because they are like, I'm not competing at your level. My positioning is premium, you know. Right? So beauty can have this because why? Yeah, ladies want beauty, right? Can spend. True or not? Right? Weird, right? This is called consumer behavior. You must crack this out, you know. How your type of clients spend and see things, you know. Actually, you ask me lah, I see so many businesses lah. Got people pay very expensive price one. They're still happily paying. Got people pay cheap one, they still feel very expensive. Right? That's why you must clear on your story. So you see, so which business you want to do? Eunice, which business you want to do? Yeah? Higher GP one, right? When you look at GP, this is where you think, right? If I tell you more story, maybe you want to back out around. Right? High, but also have what? Manpower issue. And then you have to give a lot of commissions to the salesperson. Otherwise, they are not motivated. And the entry barrier is so low that everyone can run a beauty salon, basically. Right? Means what? You are indirectly creating more competitor. Right? So you don't know who's going to survive next, basically. Now, so that's why GP for me is very important. Like F&B, F&B, this one fixed one. If you cannot hit 50%, you should close shop one. I'm a fortune teller. So far, I haven't seen anyone can survive if they have less than 50 And LCA will look for you one. If they see this below, they say you run tax. Okay? Of course, the best is what? Or as high as possible, right? Okay? Like Mi Xue, you know Mi Xue? Don't see them like that. Margin also can have 60% one. But the selling price is so low. You know what? If people sell one cup, they have to sell 3 cups, you know. Right? That's the different model. Okay? So that's why it depends on you what game you want to play. Okay? But F&B always got the trend one, you know. Like that. So you better cabut here lah. So far, F&B, evergreen business, very seldom. Even Ding Tai Fung, I also heard they're closing down. Some of the country. Okay? So we talk about that lah. What is your exit plan? Okay, we talk about that later on. But every business, this GP is very important. That's why for me, GP a very particular one. It cannot like that one. Like your heart punya sign. I also like that. Cannot, when you see this CEO, you don't need to check many things first. Check this GP first. Every month also different, and then you should ask your accountant again, why everyone different? Why like that? Explain to me. Because you cannot control this, difficult, you know. Because here, for me, you still can control, you know. Why I say here you cannot control? Because when it comes to sales, it's about selling price, right? You have competitor, yes or no? Yes, right? Can you simply change your selling price? Cannot. And sometimes you can run a lot of ads, but doesn't mean it gives you the result that you wanted. Am I right? That's why it's hard to change. Purchases, you are buying from your supplier. Am I right? So if your supplier, this is the only supplier that you can have, you are tight. Am I right? That's why there are people say supply chain management as well. Don't put all your egg in one basket. Have more suppliers. Some supplier demand on COD. Some supplier give you a bit of term but more expensive. For me, from risk management perspective, I will also spread my egg. So you cannot just look at profit. You must look at risk management perspective. Right? So this one for me, hard to run. But if you can do something on that, it's good. So Eunice, GP, one key only lah. Hire the right people. That's it. Spend more time on interview. Processes. Yeah. But that's why, not easy, right? That's why if you can do it, that's why you're better than your competitor. Right? It's like that. So that's why for me, GP is the most important because it really set the bar already, like how far you can go, right? Now, operating expenses for me mostly are fixed costs. Okay? And this is where you must tie the percentage back to the revenue. For example, F&B also, what is the biggest cost, you think? Natasha, F&B. What is the biggest cost that you think? Yes, staff cost. What else? Marketing cost, not really. With stages, yes or no. So the stages affect where? The gross profit. That's why some boss are very particular one. The chef or take my abalone, take my shark fin, you know. So must do stock count, you know. What else? Staff cost and rental. Rental. So if I'm going to put a percentage, right? For F&B to make money, your rental cost should not more than 15% of your sales. If you're more than that, retail, for retail, especially for retail, this is the one killing. Services good, we can do work anywhere, right? Small office also can work. Okay? So this is your P&L. So at the end, gross profit important. All these expenses, what you are paying for is important because if you don't control it, it's a leakages. Am I right? And then of course, end up you have your net profit. Okay, so profit and loss can be very versatile as well. Like today, Mr. Chi, you have audit department, tax department, cost department. They definitely have their own P&L, right? Yes, because you have your own PIC to take care of the profit and loss. So sometimes as a CEO, you don't need to review everything. But I say, okay, Shavun, this is your division. Okay, take care of this P&L. Right? And Sebastian, this is another product, you take care of this P&L. For example. So P&L can be by divisions. Can be by product also. Right? It's really versatile. So we don't see P&L just from company perspective, but we try to break it down. Right? Some of our clients want to see P&L by salesperson also. Because the salesperson will go and claim the petrol makan this and that, right? So they say, if they bring a lot of sales, I shut up Well, I'll claim 5,000-6,000 a month, no sales one. What are you going to do? You're going to ask them, why you claim so much but no sales, right? But wow, few 100,000 sales come back, 3,000, you better close your eyes and close your mouth Approve saja Don't talk so much Okay or not? Yes or no? It's true, right? That's why it's not correct also if you just see your P&L by company, by totality. Because when it comes to strategy, you don't know what to adjust. Right? So that's why P&L, a lot of time, you can see by divisions. You can see by salesperson, some people, right? Some people want to see by region. Oh, my Perak office, my Selangor, okay? My Sabah one, my Sarawak one, okay? Some people want to see by shop. Can or not? Right? Can by shop also. This shop, that shop, that shop, that shop. So especially for retail, we have to see P&L by shop. Then you know which one you have to chop. Okay? That's why when you sign a tenancy agreement, you also need to panai, you know. If the lock-in period too long, it's a gone case. So you see, P&L can see in different way, you know. By salesperson, by shop, even by product. It's quite depends on how you want to see it. Okay? So of course, international, multinational company, they look at countries as well. Okay? Yes or no? So meaning, you are the group CEO, you also can CEO here Yes or no? Your division CEO Okay? So that's why you want to own the number. Sometimes also tips I will not review this part to my team. You can review this sales cost and GP so that they don't think so much Okay? You have to let them know where you're heading to otherwise how to chiong, you know. Or they think boss take all the profit. Okay? So you can really segmentize it. Segmentize it, I call it. Okay? Any questions for this part? No, quite clear. Sales, cost, GP, important, your OPEX, and then your net profit. And remember, you can always split by this. You want to see in details. You want to chop it off, right? Next. So at the end of the day, is how much you make, right? Your Musang King here, right? So and then you will bring it to what? Your balance sheet. Okay, so balance sheet is the accumulate amount, right? Now balance sheet is a picture in the time. It measures the cumulative result of your business efforts. It sustains your business over the long haul. That's why when you look at balance sheet, my habit is not to look at P&L first one. I look at balance sheet one first. Why? How much cash they have, how much borrowing they have, how much retaining they have, you know. If the retaining very big, means what? A lot of Musang King can accumulate over the years. Means what? A lot of reserve. They are rich. Okay? P&L can show sexy one, but no money one. What for? Okay? And normally, if your balance sheet is clean, your P&L tend to correct. If your balance sheet a lot of, for example, common one, fixed asset. I will ask the client, hey, can I have your fixed asset listing? What asset you have? 1 million. But I tell you, Jeremy, this 200,000, all this equipment I also don't know where it go already though. You know, it's long time already. Okay, inherited maybe. So you have to write off actually. It's look good, but nothing, right? So you have to clear on that. Next. Now, a tree cannot be bear fruits without the support of a strong trunk, and business cannot produce annual net profit without a solid balance sheet. This is very important. So you need a strong balance sheet to sustain your P&L. Okay, why I say so? Later I will tell you. Okay. Now, this is also a common problem of CEO. You only look P&L, right? How frequent you look at your balance sheet? You don't care, it's okay. You don't care your balance sheet, right? Cannot. You must see your balance sheet also. Because balance sheet is what you have accumulated, right? The common heart attack is amount due to director. What? How come? How come company owe me so money? This one still okay you can get me the money. It's amount due by director. You know, when I get so much money from my company, I don't know. You hutang company back. You hutang back the company. You know. I say, you don't know me? I never know. I never see also. This is one of the biggest problem, right? So balance sheet is very simple. 3 part. How much asset you have, how much liability you have, how much a company worth, right? Layman term I say, if I want to sell a company, this company worth how much? 3,010 ringgit and 78 cents. Why? Because I salvage back all my receivable, my bank account, sell my laptop. I also don't know whether can sell 4,000 or not. Use one, you know. You get my point? Right? Maybe I can sell 1,000. I'm happy already, you know. So here maybe need to discount again. Only left 12,000, you know. How much I owe? 12,000. So this is understatement. That's why in valuation, we always have to normalize your P&L and normalize your balance sheet. Sometimes this one look big, actually owe bad tax one, you know. Cannot collect back. The best part is, I remember this customer pay me already, but where's the money? Let me check. Actually paying into my account. Director account. You get my point? Comment, right, Mr. Chi? So what issue? Transactional issue, yes or no? Not even do a proper transactional recording. Transactional, then you talk about reporting, right? This is the issue. So this one important or not, bank? Important, But did you check your account on your bank with your bank statement one? From accounting perspective, you can have a lot of bank reconciliation item, you know. Check that so-called receipt by having bank in, they also put here one, you know. You do reconciliation, then okay. Otherwise, here might not be accurate. Okay, so this is important. Current asset is what? Who owe you money? This one important? Important. Alright, this is money that you have to get back. So that's why later on we will use your ratio, right, to calculate. Fixed asset is what you have, right? Liability is who you owe, right, and all the accruals, and then of course the retained earning, right? Clear? This one I will go deeper later on, right? Yeah. Next. So that's why I say, if you cut off the tree, you can see the what? The ring, right? You can see the ring. So some year you make good profit, the ring will be fatter, bigger. If you have slim profit, means what? The ring is slimmer. But it compound, it become how big is your trunk. Okay, so a healthy company should be keep growing. Understand? Next. Now, there's one more important element called cash. No business can survive without cash. Just like no plant can survive without a tree, right? Next. So the cash flow statement show where the water went into your businesses. Okay, now you can see lah. This is your P&L, right? This is your balance sheet lah. The trunk is your balance sheet lah. The water is your cash. Oh, can remember like that or not? Okay, nah? So don't just look at your apple or your Musang King. Hey, the trunk must be fat enough, big enough to sustain. Otherwise also collapse. Like the Jalan Sultan Ismail, the wind blow, the trunk also, the whole tree also gone. Yes or no? Means what? You must have a deep root also. Yeah? Important, okay? So, how much cash was consumed in growing the income statement and how much cash was consumed in growing the balance sheet? Now, this is very important because why? Later we'll talk about it in more detail. We're going to discuss how you spend your money, right? To grow your income and grow your balance sheet. Next. Okay, I don't need to. So cash flow is the things that connect both the income and balance sheet. You see both perspective. Okay. So one thing, a very important concept. Cash flow connect the what? Income statement and balance sheet. It's not isolated one. Okay. Next. Now, this is a high-level cash flow because we go in detail, but just remember, cash flow only got three things. One is called what? Operating activities. One is called investing activities, and one is called financing activities, right? Now, cash flow, no accounting policy, nothing. It's pure cash only. Okay? So, everything you see here is basically cash related. Operating basically what? Related to your collections, your operations, your overhead. All these are operating. Investing is whether you want to buy a building, right? The common one. The well-to-do business, normally they will ask this question, should I buy my building or not? Right? So my question to them, what is your main objective to buy the building? If you are looking for capital gain or investment, right, you can have many alternatives. If this is just for your own use, then different story. You don't mix both together. I repeat, when you want to own your building, you must be clear what is your objective. Is your operation use or just for capital gain or appreciations? Right? It's a different story. It's a different so-called decision making. Yeah? Because there are companies that spend too much money on building their own building, after that no cash. Got this kind of scenario or not? Look good for a few months. Feel good for a few months. After that, shit, no money to pay. Okay? Next. Okay. Now, so how to analyze financial statements? Proven method. So I think before we kickstart this, we have a coffee break of 10 minutes. Right? Then we only continue. Right? Okay? But to summarize, always remember, as a CEO, you must have strategy and control. And control is the number. Understand that? You must know your number. Secondly, you know the cycle, right? Transactional, reporting, financial plan analysis, and also strategic management. So must get your financial data right first. Otherwise, all this cannot jalan. Okay? Now, when it comes to P&L, you always remember you set to 0 every year. And profit and loss, you have what? Your business natural. Are you a farmer or hunter? You use different strategy, right? And balance sheet, you must have a strong trunk, to sustain. And most important is cash flow, right? So after this, we go deep dive how creditor, investor, and CFO look at the numbers, right? And then we will have an exercise later on in the afternoon, because that one likely you'll fall asleep, so we will do exercise afternoon, okay? Morning when you're still fresh, we'll do this, right? Okay, thank you very much. Right.